Welcome to the Bulletproof Podcast. My name is Gary Clinton, Gary Coach Clinton. I go by, and the podcast sponsors. I'll tell you what we're going to talk about in this episode. Before I tell you about the sponsors, we're going to talk about is getting excited for something. How do you get excited for something? And it's kind of a interesting topic. What do I mean by that? And if I go, all right, get excited for, the future. Some people will be excited for that. Some people won't be excited for that. If I say get excited for tomorrow, well, some people might get excited for that. Some people won't get excited for that. If I say get excited right now, some people will, some people won't. And I'm going to help you in one aspect of life that will definitely aid you in getting excited for your XYZ. So with that being said, I love this. And I'm excited to help you and share this episode with you right now. Okay, so the podcast sponsor of this episode is upskillonline.org. Get 10 free courses. Go on there, check in the description of this podcast, and you'll be able to find them. And then you can also get other paid courses if you want. With that being said, the other sponsor is Quasi.com. Quasi.com is an online travel agency where you can get discounts and cheap deals, which I think is basically the same thing, in one place. With that being said, let's talk about this excitement. Now, this episode is around having a vision. It's not particularly around a vision because that's another episode. That's in terms of creating a goal, wondering what you want. This is more along the lines of when you have a vision. See, my vision is to eradicate depression, and I want to do that with my life. That's a long process. It's a long journey. I don't know how to do it. I don't have all the answers right now, and I'm never going to have all the answers. Maybe I will have the answers when it's complete, and maybe that might be at the end of my life. So I have this long-term vision, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, I could get overwhelmed by that. You could get overwhelmed by your vision of your dream of being XYZ, becoming a multimillionaire, becoming happy, or becoming into a new relationship. You could have all these beautiful things, but on the same side of the coin, you could, on the other side of the coin, should I say, you could have complete doubt, fear about the exact same thing. So, how can we make it an exciting thing? Well, one thing we can do, and this is the whole point of this episode, is break that vision down. What do I mean by that? If I talked about having excitement for, your future, what does that mean? Break it down in terms of what you'd feel like. The more you can break something down, the more excitement you're going to have. What do I mean by this as well? If you have some sort of vision of the future, even if it's this week, you could look at your week and just go, okay, I'm going to do whatever this week. Or you can go, at the end of this week, I want to have achieved these 3 things. Now, these 3 things could be great, and then you might not do anything else. That would already get you a little bit more excited for your week than not having any purpose or mission or goal for this week. Or then we can break them 3 things down. And then what if we broke them 3 things down? Let's say you want to have 10,000 steps a day, right? 10,000 steps a day, and your goal is what? 10,000 steps a day. That's great. So at the end of the week, you want to have 10,000 steps per day, and then we want to break it down again. Okay, where are we going to walk? That could be exciting. And we're opening the door of excitement. This is one avenue by going, where are we going to go for a walk? Another one is, when do we want to go? Do we want to go in the morning, feel energized for the day? Do we want to go late at night? Okay, another step of that is, what do we want to listen to? Or do we want to listen to something? Oh, I've got this great audiobook. I would love to listen to that. So I can listen and go for a walk at the same time. This is amazing. So I've just had the excitement of the goal, which is 10,000 steps a week, or a day, should I say. And then we've broken it down to having something to listen to. We've broken it down to when we want to go. We've broken it down to where we want to go. And all them things are open doors of possibilities for excitement of yourself for this week. Another one would be, okay, I want to go into the office this week. I work from home or hybrid, and I want to go into the office 3 times this week. That's great. Okay, pretty simple standard goal. But if we do that and we take it a step further, what days do we want to go in? I think I'd like to go in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That'd be good because then I get a long weekend from Sunday, Monday. I can stay at home, which is awesome. Maybe a little bit lying if I'm lucky. Oh, that's pretty cool. And Friday, well, of course, nobody wants to go in the office on Friday, and maybe we get to clock out early, and that'd be awesome, right? That sounds pretty fun. Cool. Maybe you're not in the situation. I think actually a lot of my listeners might not be in the situation of being in a hybrid. But when we have a goal or vision, this is only one example of a week. What about your year? What about your future? And if you have the vision in mind, the more you can break it down to the day. How many people do you know that say, I don't know how? I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't know when. I don't know. I don't know. And then what? Nothing happens because you don't know. But the more you tell yourself you don't know, the more you're not going to know. So you need to break it down. What's the goal? The goal is I want to have XYZ materialistic things, and I want to have XYZ spiritual things, and then I want to have XYZ memories when I get to a certain age. And I want to have XYZ family moments. and I want to have XYZ magic moments. Okay, we've got them variety of goals, and they're seemingly miles away, but they're also right in front of us if we break them down. So you want to have the mansion in the house, you have amazing cars, and you want to have thousands of euro. Okay, thousands of pounds, thousands of dollars, or millions, should I say? Okay, we want to break that down. The more we can break that down, the more excited we're going to be. If you want to have such XYZ materialistic thing, I mentioned on this podcast before, my Nissan GTR, I'm going to be moving towards, I am moving towards, great progress in my car, got a new car, it's amazing, it's beautiful, happy days. I'm on the journey, I can see the journey, it's amazing. The more I can break down how I'm going to get there, for example, if I need XYZ clients, if I need 100 clients, it's the old, the analogy, we've seen it on, you sell one product for $1, or sell 100 products for $1, and then you have $100, or sell 2 products for $50 and you have $100, or sell 3 products and have $33, or you sell 50 products at $2, $2 per product and you'll have $100, or sell 1 product at $100. So when you can start getting excited about that, you're going to get excited about that. What do I mean? If you can see, okay, if I invest 50 million euro, what's my passive income going to be per month? Okay, 5 million passive income per month. Jesus Christ, that's awesome. I'm getting excited about it, and that's not even my actual goal. Having a passive income, a dividend income coming in every single month of 4,400 euro is exciting. Just once I can rationally break it down, I'm going to start feeling excited about the future. That's one aspect, financial, materialistic thing. Okay, car. If I go, okay, I want the car, how do I get the car, right? It's related to money as well. But then also, what experience can I do, right? Over here, I have a Nissan GTR, and then over there, somewhere over there on the screen right now, if you're listening, in the background, I've got a couple of GTRs. I've got small versions, I've got a key ring of it, I've got the key. I've mentioned all these to them before. I've driven the car, and I understand, and I know the pricing, and I know how I can get there. These are exciting things. For you, what's your vision? Again, this episode's not about vision, but this episode is about creating excitement for the thing. If you feel like you don't know how, then you're not going to be compelled to do actions. If you feel excited to do actions, you're going to do research, you're going to do understanding, you're going to do awareness, and you're going to take action towards them things. And the beautiful thing about 80-20, we talked about 80-20 before, if you get 10 actions down for achieving the GTR being something that you can put in, and this episode is also very difficult. As a listener, you have to put yourself in the shoes of your goal. When I say GTR, think of trigger for your goal. When I say 50 million euro in the bank for a dividend income, you say how much you want. Right? Put your own self in them shoes. Don't think I'm in. You don't need to put yourself in my goals. Put yourself in your goals, and take that awareness of, when I talk about my goals, put yourself in your shoes of your goals. Right? I'm just make that clear. Okay, when we talk about GTR, your goal, and we can break that down, we're gonna feel great. We're going to feel great. If we do 80-20, we have 10 actions. We get to choose what actions we take. That's beautiful, because then we can feel excited about the actions we do want to take. If you don't know, start knowing. Yeah? You have such an audacious goal. You want to grow the business 10x. Right? Well, what would it look like to grow 2x? Could you do 2x? Well, 2x, you actually could rationally break it down. You could have a milestone, or you can have a step along the way. You might not be able to conceive of 0 to 1 billion. Again, I can't conceive of 0 to 1 to eradicate depression. Again, your goal, put it in there. I can't conceive of that right now, but I can do from one person to the next person. I could do one person to many people. Okay, if I do one to many, I can get more results, and I get more authority and more views and more listens. Therefore, I could have more of an impact on the world. Wow. All the dots start joining when I have that vision. So, episode, the understanding. Vision, we have it. If you don't have it, that's for another episode, another day. If you do have a vision meaning goal, a vision meaning purpose of life, a vision meaning this week, right, what you want to achieve this week, well then, when we break it down step by step, closer to more like literally an action we can take in the next 5 minutes or an hour or even a day, and all them actions would be great, now, hour, and a day, we're going to feel much more excited. We're opening the doors of possibility of moving towards it. And then we got to take a mindset of a professional athlete. We have to. What do I mean by that? Whatever the vision is, and I'm talking about 30 years, 20 years, 10 years in the future. If it's to have great health, to live a longevity life, or if it's to enjoy prosperity, or start an investment account, or to grow your amount of money so you have a prosperous, fun life when you're older and you can live very long to enjoy that time. Well, that's going to be great. Then We need to join that back to a professional athlete. The footballer passes the ball off the wall 100 times in the back garden as a kid. The golfer swings the ball thousands of times as a kid. The boxer punches the punch bag hundreds and millions of times, maybe millions of times, honestly, but thousands of times at least. Easily. And you must take a similar mindset. Lock yourself into that mindset. Lock yourself in. Accept the fact that you must dedicate yourself to a certain thing and then be on the journey for the majority of your life. Professional golfers retire at a certain age. Yeah, which golfing is actually one of the best sports in terms of if you want to play for a long time. Professional footballers retire. What's their purpose after? They've got to get a purpose. The boxer retires. He's trained all of his life up until then. Now where's he going to go? What's he going to do? He has to create a new purpose. You might be in the stage of creating a new purpose for your life, but when you do create it, you must dedicate yourself and time to that. It's a fact. You have to do it in order to achieve it. You have to be on the process for 10 years. A couple of years ago, I got scared of my purpose. I got scared of my purpose. Scared might not be the best word to use, but I got scared of eradicating depression for the world. The criticism I might receive, the harshness, the problems, the not understanding of how to do, the not having the accolades, the persona, the certificates on the wall, whoop-de-doo. Well then, oh my God, I can't do this because XYZ criticism, XYZ external factors. And then when I realized that if I compete or if I dedicate myself to a certain level, the competition, the people who criticize won't even be at the level because I've dedicated so much time to that. I would have put myself way ahead. And for you, how are you going to put yourself way ahead? How are you going to dedicate yourself to this? Right? It has to be something that has to be over a long period of time. It has to be. And then you can reel it back in for 5 years time, 1 year time, this quarter time, this month time, this week time, this day time, this hour time, this second. And that might seem overwhelming, but that's why you break it into quarters. And that's probably why we have quarters in business. Just to make it, what's the quarter goal? Now what's the goal for the next 5 years and we need to do it today? Because it ain't going to happen today. And I also thought about this and might as well end on this. It was just a strange, insecure, fascinating thing. If I think I'm strange looking on camera, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to change my face, my attitude, my looks right now, here in this second? Am I supposed to do that? Because it ain't going to happen right now in this second. I'll probably have to go get surgery. It takes 12 weeks. I don't know how long it takes. So am I going to be stopping myself all between now and then? No. You've got to just show up authentically, or this person who you are right now, and be grateful that you are this person on this planet. And I'm grateful you're here listening to this episode. This is the Bulletproof Mindset Podcast. My name's Gary Clinton, or Gary Coach Clinton. Follow me on Instagram. And there's my Instagram on my hat. The Bulletproof Podcast. The sponsor of this podcast is Quazee.com, QWAZEE.com, should I say, upskillonline.org. With that being said, I hope you have a tremendous day today. Check out the links in the description. Join the upgrowing community, a school, and I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day. You're amazing. See you in the next episode.